Divine Rising, and welcome to your reading. I'm speaking to somebody who has had a death and rebirth in their life, especially with your energy, with your thoughts, the way your outlook on life, your perspective. There's been a huge rebirth energy of recent, especially possibly the last few weeks, last few months, or at some point quite recently, you have experienced this rebirth energy, and there's like a renewal of something. And you've got the Knight of Swords. This was actually the first card that came out. So there is an incoming, you've probably already experienced this, of the truth of things that what I'm getting is like you didn't think were possible and you're realizing they are. Truth, it's a lot to do with your own power, because along with this card, the Knight of Swords, we've got the Emperor. So the truth is about your authority, you stepping into your authority and realizing, okay, the things I thought that weren't possible, they are possible. I can do that. I don't need to keep myself small. I don't need to listen to the doubts in my own mind, which were kind of just put there by my upbringing, by, disappointments and things not working out in your life. And then you develop beliefs of like, it doesn't work out for me, or I'm not good enough, or, just not really standing your ground, standing in your truth. There's been a huge change with that. And you've gone from, believing in the illusions, being confused, not really knowing, maybe some indecisive energy. And we've got the Five of Wands with that. So a lot of conflict in your life kind of was a distraction. It was like an illusion, and it kept you away from knowing your truth. But this needed to happen. This was a part of your journey, and there was always going to be this death of the old, of what doesn't serve you anymore, and a renewal of you being the Emperor, standing in your authority, leadership, making those decisions, and being quite wise, learning a lot through this. So this was necessary. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. This flipped around in the deck a few times, and then it finally flew out. And like, this card clearly wants to be part of this reading. There is a change in your energy. Your Wheel of Fortune, like your fortune changing, like it's rapidly changing from Seven of Cups and Five of Wands to the Knight of Swords and the Emperor. And you know this and you feel this. And what I'm also getting with this is almost like the turning of like a vault, like the lock on a vault turning and finally clicking into place for it to open. For some it's opening, for some it's still there, it's turning and it's almost there. This energy of your fortune, that your truth, like your truth, what you're really here for, who you really are, you standing in your power, authority, in your light, in your wisdom, really being unveiled. I'm also feeling like with the vault on a safe, a treasure chest of sorts, once it opens, a lot is going to be, even a lot more is going to be unveiled to you, going to be shown to you. And there's a judgment call of this needed to happen now. It's like enough suffering, enough going through you not knowing your power, going through possibly mental illnesses, distractions, addictions, anything that kind of kept you stuck and not believing in your own power. And now there's this, again, we have the Page of Swords and Knight of Swords, a lot of truth coming in, and both images are very powerful. Like, there's a lot of wind, there's a lot of like flying or flowing of things. I'm getting like with the wind coming in like a stormy, powerful energy, but the stormy energy in a really positive way of, I'm not believing in these lies and these illusions and lots of different things distracting me this way, that way, the indecisions and doubting myself and my self-worth and things working out for me. That doubt is gone and you're stepping into your truth. And this is a new realization for you. This is you are like in bliss, and there's a childlike feeling. And when the page of something comes out, it's very much to do with innocence, like an innocence of a child, childlike feeling. But this child, look at it, it's determined, it's closing its eyes, it's trusting, it's surrounded by butterflies, and it's just believing in itself. So you might be feeling quite giddy like a child. You might be doing things that are childlike, that just feel good to you, and you're not judging it anymore. And we have Justice. This is your justice, judgment, justice. There's a lot of like, you've got a lot of support from your guardian angels, from source, God, universe. This justice had to come in. I feel like there's a divine timing. I'm getting like a timing feeling with this as well. This is it. This is the time. Because, and then we have a separate message here that kind of came out together. You have walked away. You have been guided away from that which no longer serves you. And what is it that no longer serves you? The illusions. This came out, which is what I was saying with the Seven of Cups, the illusions, the distractions, not believing in yourself, not really realizing your power, being in your authority was the illusion. And we've got the Page of Cups. Again, that childlike joy energy coming through. And your emotions are going to be like that of a child, like being happy. And what you're being guided towards, you've been guided away from what doesn't serve you, but where you are going, it's a lot of like feeling good, feeling happy. And you probably wouldn't have done this. You would have thought it's a waste of time doing that, or I can't do that, that's childish. Like I use this example often of Theo, my emotional support animal, but really he's my bestie. An adult, me, an adult with a stuffed animal or a toy, whatever you want to call it. Why would I, have that around or feel so like proud and happy to just admit that I have this cute little toy with me every day? But it makes me feel good. I feel childlike, I feel happy. It's like cutesy playful energy, and that's just what I feel. So I'm just sharing that with you. You might be feeling something like that, where before you were like, no, be serious and do this, strategize, organize. And now you're just in this carefree, happy energy. What feels good to you, connecting with your inner child. There's a lot of healing that's happening through this. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. And that's the fourth and final card of this message here and of the this tarot deck. Is the Nine of Pentacles. This energy you're in, you standing in your truth, and you focusing on how you feel, feeling good, making that a priority, is leading to your financial independence. That is a very clear message. And then from another deck, the first card that flew out, abundance. Just like the Nine of Pentacles, abundance is coming in, and this landed on the Wheel of Fortune and Judgment cards when it came out. So this is very much, this is coming in. There's no doubt about that. And it's weird because I was shuffling the tarot deck and I'm like, not many pentacles are coming up, but I'm feeling a pentacle energy because they were flipping the deck, but they weren't coming out. And then this is the only pentacle card that came out. But then straight after from the other deck, abundance came out. So that is just clear confirmation. There's no doubt about it. And then furthermore confirmation, we have butterflies, which is your transformation, which I was getting with this card as well, and coins. There is no doubt about your money coming in, and it's coming in from this playful, happy, being in nature, enjoying life, doing what makes you feel good, and the money comes in and you're trusting. When people ask you, what's your plan? What's your strategy? You're not even get interested in having these conversations or explaining to them why I'm doing this or I need to take care of myself. You don't need to explain anything anymore. You know the truth. You are standing strong in your truth like an emperor. I know who I am. It's like you're wise. You can see, you don't really know exactly what's coming, but you just have this energy of, I know it's working out. I know it's, I've been shown this rebirth energy has really just shown me stepping into my authority, doing what I feel is right, what my wisdom is telling me, what my truth is, and not listening to other people. And then we have the Self card come out. You are setting yourself free with love. Look at those love hearts. Even the shape of the door is a heart. You set yourself free through love, through connecting with your heart. You might be doing heart, mind, heart, brain coherence meditations. You might just be thinking from a heart space rather than, and your heart space is just thinking from a place of love and joy and abundance. And I had this a while ago, where a few months ago, my therapist was telling me, maybe some heart coherence, connecting with your heart. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll look into some meditations and I'll try it. And I just did a little search on YouTube and I found some I like. There might be some you don't like, but you just have to find what's right for you. Connected with it, found music that connected. And then I finally understood what that means to live from a heart space. You come out of your 3D self and you're just in this space of love, joy, truth. What you know to be true becomes so strong, literally like you've got the sword in your hand, and this is your truth. And yeah, living from that heart space is really powerful. And you see everything positively, and you don't take the contrast or the negativity happening as what the 3D world and society would tell you it is. You see it for what it truly is on a spiritual level. And we've got this card, I was shuffling and flew out at me, right? It's coming in strong. And what's the card? Power. The card is power, and we've got good girl crossed out. It's not about being good and people pleasing and what makes others think I'm good. It's about me standing in my power. And how are you doing this? With pampering. This came out straight after this card. We've got self-love, power. That is your power, the love you're pouring into yourself. Don't minimize that at all. This pampering you're doing, and I had a message earlier come through. I wrote it down in my notebook around, I've just lost it. What was it? Pampering. Okay, it'll come back to me. But pampering, taking care of yourself, okay, it's back. The pampering, the taking care of yourself is resting and anything relaxation, anything that feels good, right? Now, when this with capitalism and all of this in this society or world, in your 3D reality, that would be seen as lazy. That would be seen as not productive. That would be worrying, or you would start thinking out of fear. What are you doing? You're spending too much time resting. Have you earned this rest? Not really knowing that resting is so good for you. It's productive to rest. And affirmation is the more I relax, the more I receive. If that resonates, repeat it. That will help you. I really had to learn that lesson. It took me a while to, I'm like, yeah, I'm resting, but I wasn't feeling rested within that. There was like a slight guilt. My mind was wandering. I was a little bit like, okay, today I'm resting, but tomorrow I better get on things. Like, that's not resting. You're not mentally resting. You need to rest physically, but mentally too. You will know how to do that through self-love, through pampering, through just sometimes not trying to do things. Let me go get a pedicure. Let me go do this. Let me go do that. If it feels good, you feel called to it, go do it. But don't try to do it. Sometimes we just try so hard that we're trying to rest and we can't. So it's a lot about what feels good to you, and this will be different for every person. You're stepping into your power, you're setting yourself free. And what the message that was getting through with the pampering and the rest is, the more you rest in this 3D reality, so you physically rest, you rest your mind, you visualize positive things, where you want to be, you go there in your mind. You don't wait for the opportunity to come. It will come up and you will get to go there. If you want to go down to the beach, whatever, and you can't get up and go for some reason, or you don't have the energy, relax, get a nice a nice drink, something you enjoy, something that feels good. Be in an environment that relaxes you and go there in your mind. Even if it's just for a few minutes, let the scene play out. What can you hear? Use your 5 senses. What do you take to the beach? What's in your picnic basket? Who's with you? Are you enjoying your alone time? What does your beach towel you're sitting on look like? Or are you on the sand? Are you in the water? Just let this scene play out of this day at the beach or something like that, or wherever your places that you enjoy, the mountains, somewhere in nature I'm getting, but it could also be a place. It could be a shopping mall. It could be anywhere that makes you feel good and you feel happy, or somewhere that makes you feel childlike. I'm getting maybe somewhere you enjoyed going as a child. That could be for someone. The more you do that in your 3D reality, and you might actually end up doing less in your 3D reality. Reality is a lot more rest, a lot more joy, a lot more visualization and meditation, that kind of thing. But the less you do in your 3D reality, the more you are doing in your 5D reality. This is a message I got earlier. You're coming leaps and bounds in your 5D reality. I think I will make a separate video on that and start with that as the beginning of the reading. I think there's more messages coming through on that, but I just want to share that because this card came out and this is something that was a part of the message. The less you do in your 3D reality, the more you do in your 5D reality. You're coming leaps and bounds. I just feel like spiritually in your 5D, you're doing so much by resting. And a sign of this could be you just feel better, you feel stronger, you're trusting your intuition. Messages, downloads, intuition is strengthening, like you're connecting more. And also, if you wake up feeling quite tired, like maybe very eventful dreams, you wake up, you don't feel bad necessarily. You might have had some bad dreams, but you don't feel bad. You wake up, you're like, okay, I'm gonna start my day, and you're getting on with it and you're resting and you're enjoying your day, but you do wake up quite tired and you might have a lot going on in your dreams, possibly. It doesn't have to be, but that might be something that's happening. And to me, I feel like that's a sign that the more you're resting and taking care of yourself, you're actually elevating in your 5D reality somehow, and you're doing a lot. And when you're doing a lot there, that will trickle into your 3D and things will just happen. And I guess this is what we can call miracles. It's this feeling of, I didn't even do much in my 3D. I actually did less, and more is manifesting. More things are falling into my lap. More things are coming to me. I'm almost getting like a telepathic connection with some people. Like I think of them, they message. I think of this, it just happens. And I don't really care. I'm not really trying to make it happen. I'm just enjoying being where I am. That is a feeling you might be getting, right? Let's just pull a card, or however many cards want to come out of this spirit animal deck to close this reading. But I feel like the message is clear. Right, we've got always prepared. Let's see if anything else comes out. It says squirrel. So squirrels might be significant for you. You might really You might really like squirrel. You might have seen, I saw one today on my walk this morning. Sorry, I've just realized there's cards from a different deck in here, but whatever, we're just going to go with it. We're just going to let what needs to come out of the deck come out of the deck. Ooh, okay. Okay. We have, okay, so look, I'll just show you. We've got, this is the deck, right? And I randomly got some tarot in there as well. I don't know how that happened, but anyway. Oh, that's really interesting. The card that flipped from the tarot is Temperance. And what I'm getting from this is there's a balance. And what I'm getting is like your 3D reality and your 5D. Your 3D, as it's going down, your 5D is going up. You're pouring, actually, by resting and pampering yourself, you're pouring into your 5D reality. I don't know why I get that with Temperance, like a balance. And there's a lot to do with your emotions, your intuition. If that resonates, it's for you. And then we also got the other card that flipped out was Patience. It didn't come out, but it flipped in the deck. So maybe this is significant for someone. It's the Heron. And create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. I feel like there is this energy of like what I said with the Wheel of Fortune. Like for some, you're really feeling this is coming through. And for some, it's like, I'm almost there. So patience, enjoy where you are. It's coming in. What you want is coming in. But there's no standstill of anything. Things are moving, but they're just moving a lot in your 5D, and it will just take a little bit of time for that to trickle into your 3D. Right, this is for someone specific. This is a collective reading, so take what resonates, and if it doesn't resonate, it's okay. Just let it go. Don't try to make the message fit. Just take what does resonate and leave what doesn't. You are the expert of hard work and hard play. Your cheerful and fun disposition is a blessing to everyone. Don't let life's distractions take you off course. Make a plan for the future and life will give you all you need. So I feel like some of you will have this personality of always being prepared, you used to always strategize everything, make sure it's okay, make sure, that's the second time it's fallen out today. Anyway, we'll just leave it. I feel like there's an energy of like, what doesn't serve you is just going to fall out. It's just going to go. And what needs to stay will stay. I don't know. I just felt to say that with the earrings. Like anything that happens during the readings, I feel like if I feel it's significant, I will say it. So you are the expert of hard work and hard play. So you might have been somebody that worked hard. This is what I was getting with the resting. Some of you might have tried to rest. Let me go get a massage. Let me go get acupuncture. Let me try and heal. Let me try this modality, that modality. And whilst there's nothing wrong with it, I feel like it was a part of your journey. I feel like now you're stepping into this energy of not trying so hard. Just relaxing, realizing actually just lying down, taking it easy, having a positive visualization, like picturing yourself somewhere peaceful, like, I don't know, doing some sound healing I'm getting. I don't know, things. It's a lot easier to heal and to rest, and you have the power within to do that. You're stepping into your authority. You don't need as much from others. If you do, you will know because you'll resonate with it, but you don't need as much from others. Trust your intuition. And it says, don't let life's distractions take you off course. Where you are heading, what you are doing is perfect. Don't let other people distract you from where your intuition is taking you. Then we got good luck. I saw a ladybird yesterday. I was at my sister's and it was on the balcony and I was just looking out and it was right there. I was like, oh, hi, little ladybird. And then I watched a tarot reading today and it had a ladybird in it. I was like, significant. And now it's come up, third time I'm seeing it. Right. The ladybird, you are a bright energy. Let worry go and be happy here and now. Feel good about being a loving and colorful you. You bless the world with color and good luck. I feel like what I'm getting from these cards is you're very much this vibrant energy. And I feel like maybe you weren't connected to that for a while because you got caught up in the 3D and caught up in responsibilities and burdens and arguments, distractions, illusions, confusion, that kind of thing. But now you are connecting to this happy, vibrant, joyful, like childlike energy, but it's your truth, it's your light shining. This is who you always are. This is like your soul. I feel like you have a very bouncy, happy, bright soul, but you got caught up in being all prepared and strategizing and doing things a specific way. But you're letting your inner child free. This is very healing for you, and you're returning to who you really are, and you're letting your true personality and your soul personality shine. And then we have protection. This is the final card of this reading, and I feel like you are being protected. Your spirit guides are with you. This is the sea turtle I'll show you the picture, might be significant for someone. Like you might get a message from the cards themselves. You are a master of finding life's flow. Be in harmony with the rhythm and your path will unfold. This won't get being in harmony with your joy, with what makes you feel good, with what your intuition is telling you is right. Persevere and you will succeed. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. If there was any fear about anything, just know this is your sign. You are protected. It cannot hurt you and harm you. That fear used to get in your head, and it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's what our beliefs are. We believe something, and then because we believe it and give it our energy, and we start fearing, oh, I hope this doesn't happen, I hope that doesn't happen. You get evidence of that in your life, and then you're like, see, I was right. And then it goes on and on and on. Before you know it, it's been like decades of you believing something that wasn't true, but it became true because you had some bad experiences. You believed in that negative energy, and then you experienced more of that because the universe only has one answer, which is yes. So if you believe it, the universe will give you more of it. But now this is changed. That's the death and rebirth. That old you, that falseness, the false beliefs that you adopted because of your what you experienced in life, the trials and tribulations, the disappointments, things not working out that you experienced, you started to adopt that as your beliefs, as the truth. But that had to go. That's why there was this shift. Death to that falseness and your truth coming through in your thoughts, with the sword representing air, representing our thoughts. The truth has come through and you are standing in your authority now. And you're doing that by being happy and joyful and childlike and what makes me feel good. And I'm going to pamper myself, and I'm not going to be a good girl or what is good to society or others. I'm going to listen to myself. We're going to have some sprinkle some self-love on my life. Okay, that is a message. Let me know how it resonated in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Love and light.